cold wind caught you chillin'? Rest here and have a warm and lovely time here in the chapel to listen to the angelic idols caroling for the festivities throughout the week. This is TinBoy, and time for another Love Life All Stars card breakdown. The scouting banner features this time present for you, not to be confused with Aibu Spotlight QR, by the way, from the story event Silent Night Caroling. The scouting banner will be available until December 30th afternoon. Basic info, my thoughts on the cards, and then the verdict. So let's check the feature UR first, and then we'll go on to the expanded details. So yeah, the event UR for this banner is present for you, Rina. Interestingly, it's another Rina illustration that already shows her without her board. Okay, as Smile Guard, her base stats will start off at 5,041 appeal, 7,555 stamina, 4,198 technique with 12.59% critical rate. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 9,026 appeal, 13,538 stamina, and 7,520 technique with 22.56% critical rate. Rina's skill is healing, restoring stamina by 22.8% of her stamina at 33% chance. Her passive ability is Stamina Plus, affecting smile cards by increasing base stamina by 4 to 5.2%, and her show ability is Skill Rate Buffer, increasing skill activation rate by 6% for 5 notes, affecting all cards on a field chance start. Rina is in simple terms a Western Art Dia variant with attribute focus passive. If you have other small cards, then Rina's passive should be beneficial. Her healing power is just okay. Expected for an event you are a healer. She has the same show ability as New Year's Emma and Kanata, and then Western Arts Daya. What makes this interesting is that her last event UR was back in August, acting as a half-great, half-worse alternative to luxurious Christmas Laju, which her show ability is also a skill rate buffer, but only during field chances. My conclusion is the same as the previous cards I mentioned, but Rina only got more stamina than Daya, which is a small difference at base limits. It is a decent healer for new players who are starting up in the game, and likely missed Western Arts Daya, the last UR before the game's third anniversary. So that is that's the brief details of it. My gosh, she is cuter without her board, but this is what she looks like in costume preview. It's just the design is a bit mid, to be honest. I guess Christmas vest, not that much. She does have 3 hair decorations, one at the front, 2 to make small, cute, puffy windtails. Rina also has the headband. Well, actually, he had headphones, a bit coloristic, like red and white. And then she does have hints of vermilion and yellowish pink, rose gold, I would say. Festive costume, but it's a bit mid by design wise. Short skirt, not that much appealing, especially it's supposed to be festivity. But oh well, I guess it's the okayish costume for a decent event to our healer anyway. Let's see. Let's move on with the event stars first, and then we'll go on to the scouting cards. So let's start off. Let's get Nico first. I think Nico is on the above race limit. Loveless World Nico. So the first event star for this banner is Loveless World Nico. As active skill card, her base stats will start off at 3,365 appeal, 3,138 stamina, and 4,336 technique with 28% critical rate. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 5,722 appeal, 5,351 stamina, and 7,384 technique with 37.15% critical rate. Nico's skill and active ability skill rate buffer. As skill, she increases skill activation rate by 2.7 to 3.5% for 5 notes affecting skill cards. As show ability, she increases skill activation rate by 3.5 for 5 notes affecting active cards on a heal chance start. Her passive ability is Technique Plus, affecting active cards by increasing base technique by 2 to 3.2%. So Nico is caroling Nico throughout the night. Her skill is her skill set is here to help out other skill cards for a short period of time. To add restriction to her utilization for an already below average event card, you need to have active skill cards. Her Kitsuna Shrine Maiden card, Festival 2 Ellie/Maki, and Festival 3 Rin will have the best utilization out there. The best utilization for the SSR cards, so unfortunately, this is custom collection. This is what she looks like in Loveless World. I'd say it's pretty princess-like, but her color is contrasting to her usual image color. So the image color is like pink, and then the contrast color is green. Complementary colors in my mind anyway. Next one is Ruby, I think. Just rocking with the costume. Alright, let's get the illustration up. The second event as star that you will get is Ibino Hitomiro Meguro Boken Ruby. So, as file SP card, her base stats will start off at 3,796 appeal, 2,707 stamina, and 4,336 technique with 28% critical rate. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 6,460 appeal, 4,614 stamina, and 7,384 technique with 37.15% critical rate. Ruby's skill is SP Booster, increasing the SP gauge fill rate by 1 to 2.2% for 10 nodes affecting first year cards. Her passive ability is Technique Plus, affecting first year cards by increasing base technique by 2 to 3.2%. And her stroll ability is SP Fill, filling SP gauge by 3% of her technique on appeal chance success and 30% chance. Ruby and Nico share the same technique stat and critical rate, yet Ruby had to use a skill that barely works on first year cards. Her SP fill is below average in that guarantee. Her show ability to work after clearing ACs make her a forgettable SR costume collection. This is what she looks like in costume preview. I say you get this free Ruby card for free. It looks very well. Okay-ish variant of Himno Hitomeo Meguro Boken. Well, yeah, the top hat here. Unlike her big sister, who goes for the long skirt one, Ruby opted in for medium skirt one, so I guess differences for the Kurosawa Shimai, I guess. And speaking of which, next one are the scouting hearts. So let's get on to the same set. Yo, Daya, Daya Onesan, sumimasen deshita. Daya, where are you on the allstars.kirara browser? Yeah, beautiful Onesan. The first scouting star for this banner is present for you, Daya. As pure SP card, her base stats will start off at 7,664 appeal, 4,127 stamina, and 7,866 technique with 38.59% critical rate. Her 5th limit stats will end up at 13,722 appeal, 7,388 stamina, and 14,076 technique with 57.22% critical rate. Daya's skill is SP Fill, filling SP gauge by 7 to 9% and 33% chance. Her passive ability is Appeal Plus, affecting her strategy by increasing base appeal by 5 to 7%, and her show ability is Appeal Buffer, increasing effective appeal by 5% for 3 nodes, affecting her strategy on her own critical tap at 50% chance. Daya is an above average SP filler just for a regular UR, but her show ability is where she'll make or break her team. While her passive is great if you have other SP fillers struggling to reach the 100k voltage cap, her show ability is where the luck must be on your side. Critical rate will start off at 38.6, but the chance of activating her show ability is going to be half of that rate. She has more chances to trigger her appeal buffer if you put more limited increases or buff up the technique stat. If you have Marimani and Festival 3 Pika, you are probably going to get the Aqua Pure SP filler trifecta. As long as you're staying in one strategy, Daya will be bringing more voltage power by assisting 2 other SP fillers. If you're using her on stalls where you have to switch strategies, then I'm afraid you're not fully utilizing her skill set. And to top it all off, Daya is a bit of an average level, not likely to compete with other pure festival or party SP fillers, but she's right above there, just for the regular set. This is what she looks like in costume preview. Hey, small details I noticed because I think Daya sprayed in a sprinkle, sprayed in some sparkling glitter around her hair, but not too much though because that would take her much effort to wash her hair. Um, Unlike Rina's variant, Daya's variant goes for the skirt and goes for a long skirt and a short underneath. Interesting. She didn't opt in for long gloves. Instead, she would opt in for mittens, small ones. And letting her hair down, of course, why not? She's so beautiful. Perfect stick, I could say. She only has one Christmas decoration above her head, as well as two streamers around her. And topping off with the fluffy choker on her neck. Beautiful jewelry on her neck. So I'd say if you're going to scout for her, I'd say I give this the best Daya costume yet for a festive theme. Alright, let's go on to Ellie, since Ellie is the only one yet they haven't covered yet. Then afterwards I... Found you! Found you, Ellie! Alright, the second scouting star for this banner is present for you, Ellie. Beautiful, beautiful senpai here with a blonde hair. Alright, as natural skill card, her base stats will start off at 6,871 appeal, 4,719 stamina, and 8,054 technique with 39.16% critical rate. Her fifth limit stats will end up at 12,314 appeal, 8,445 stamina, and 14,426 technique with 58.27% critical rate. Ellie's skill is SP Voltage Gain Buffer, increasing SP Voltage for the next SP Burst by 30 to 32% of her technique at 33% jab. Her passive ability is Technique Plus, affecting natural cards by increasing base technique by 4 to 5.2%, and her show ability is Healing, restoring stamina by 20% of her technique on appeal chance. Not on appeal chance. On SP Burst at 50% tap. So if you missed out on Winter Festival Mia, who is doubles as a shielder and SP Burst healer, then Ellie is your next chance to get an SP Burst healing backliner. As frontline guard, she is not good at contributing due to her SP Voltage Gain Buffer, which is only helpful if your center 3 cannot reach the SP Voltage cap. Her passive is great for natural teams, then her healing show ability is somewhat competitive to Mia, but the earlier you are is better thanks to her shielding skill. Ellie's position can be sidelined as you might be able to replace Noble Princess Rico in favor of getting more heals from SP Burst, on top of getting the technique passive. It's a great utilization card. You can likely to replace Rico, but you can stack both Rico and Ellie to heal. If you don't mind trying to survive as much as possible on Love You My Friends challenge. This is what she looks like in costume preview. Now, Ellie stands out as she's wearing full leggings. She opted in for one short, unlike Daya who has a short skirt, and Rina only has a short skirt. This Ellie card, okay. Dark undercoat beneath her costume. Christmas decorations, well, a bit too flary. Because of her blonde hair, you're less likely going to see glitter around her hair. But it's more noticeable on the front. One Christmas decoration similar to Daya. And lastly, she does have earrings on. She does have earrings for good festive impression. If you're going to scout for her, well, you got one lucky student council president who can celebrate the festivities. I I wish I would have cut that line. Uh, Last one is Mia. Not Mia. Mia's already out last. Mia's already out last rotation. Alright, hold on, let me get the other SR card. The scouting SR for this banner is Iyanoishin I. As active guard for base stats will start off at 3,795 appeal, 5,442 stamina, and 3,412 technique with 10.23% critical rate. For 5th limit stats will end up at 6,456 appeal, 9,252 stamina, and 5,809 technique with 17.42% critical rate. High skill and show ability is shielding. As skills, she gains shields by 15 to 27% of her stamina. As show ability, she gains shield by 6.6% of her stamina on the field chance success. Her passive ability is Stamina Plus, affecting active cards by increasing base stamina by 2 to 3.2%. Ice seems to be a decent shielder. She focuses on hitting higher voltage over more critical hits. And then her show ability only works on Asian success. Not a good condition if your team cannot pass any appeal chance, but it is guaranteed afterwards, so make sure to keep her shielding. This is what she looks like a costume preview. I'd say Nakjan's version of Alien Luigi costume is better. Almost the same as the other variants too, except I opted for, I think, a paler version of her image color. So, like, a more peachy color hue. Her crown is that small, and then roses and ribbons, they're all orange to represent her image color. So yeah, beautiful Genki girl Gyadu, spending a moment in eternity. Well, recalling memories for an eternity. Pretty sure I already muted Rina's voice lines though. Yep. The event banner is one for the naughty list. For those who cannot get Mia or Chica, Rina is comparable to Western Arts Daya with attribute focus passive. Ellie is a solid SP Burst Backline card if you want your heals. Naya is a frontline supporting SP pillar, but show ability could hit or miss the single strategy setup. Event SRs are unfortunately costume collection cards. I is somewhat okay for shielding as long as you can pass appeal chances. So, Hanata's birthday came and went, and there will be a few birthday girls now using party costumes in case the next festival card is not available. I'm not likely rooting for Hanayo to get her Festival 3 card before her birthday, but it was fun guessing who's next in the festival banner. Yeah. Oh, sorry. So, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, stop, and hit the bell. I stream games 3 to 4 times a week on YouTube at 21 THT. My socials are in the video description, and Merry Christmas everyone. See you on December 29th. Goodbye. See you soon.